Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to explore something super useful, that is building a sales analysis dashboard in Excel from scratch. And then we are just going to make use of ChatGPT and AI tools to build the exact same dashboard in very less time. So basically, we will be using a publicly available sales dataset from Kaggle, and we will just download it from there, and then we will start making our dashboard in Excel. So let's first download the dataset and explore the columns that it involves. So let's get started. So this is an open source dataset that we have taken from Kaggle. I'll just share you the link in the description box so that you can just download it from there and you can just follow along with me. So as you can see, my dataset has been downloaded. If I go to my download section, this is my dataset. So if I just click on this, as you can see that, so if I just take a look at my dataset, you can see that the column that it has is customer ID, then the order date on which the customer has placed the order. This is the product ID that the customer has purchased. Now this is the category ID, which is the category ID of the items, and this is the category name, then it is the product name that the customer has purchased, and this is the quantity of the products that the customer has actually purchased, and this is the price of the product, and the payment method is like which payment method has the customer has opted to purchase the product. This is the city of the customer, and again the review score, the gender, and the age of the customer. So that's the data that we have. Now we would like to analyze this data and build a interactive and dynamic dashboard. So basically, to build that, we will first have to define the KPIs that we would actually want to show in our dataset. So basically, you might be given some of the KPIs or before itself, or sometimes you will have to discover it on your own, like what KPIs that you would like to show in your dashboard. So in this case, I have already listed out some of the KPIs that I want to show. Guys, you can also ask ChatGPT to give you the KPIs and analyze this dataset. So basically, you can just give a basic prompt, something like this. So I'll just mention this prompt in the description box. So from where you can just copy the prompt, and you have to provide you some of the sample data so that the ChatGPT can analyze your data here. So I'm just giving some 5 to 10 columns. Let's say 10 rows I'm giving over here. So this is my sample data and I have given it. So it will give you the KPIs that you can display on the dashboard. So guys, as you can see, it has given us the key metrics that we would like to display. So it has given you some of the metrics that we would like to show on the top of the dashboard for quick access. That is the total revenue, the total number of the orders, count of the orders, average order value, average review score, top selling product or the top selling category, total customers, or the gender distribution. And it has also suggested some charts and the graphs. So the one is like revenue over time, that you can just display how revenue changes over time using line chart. Then you can display revenue by category using bar chart, that which category is actually performing well and which category is not performing well. Then top product, then you can show the top products. Then the payment method distribution, that what your customers are preferring, whether which payment method they are making the most of it. Then customer demographics, to two charts, you can show a pie chart for gender or the histogram for age. Then review score distribution, that is bar chart or city wise revenue. And it has also given you some of the dashboard layout suggestions over here, that you can show these matrices in the top. Then in the left panel you can show the filters or the data range or the categories, something like this. In the center you can display the charts like revenue over time, revenue by category, and the top products. And in the right panel you can display some of the other matrices. So here in this case I have simply created one document, and I have simply pasted the result that ChatGPT has given me. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so guys, coming to our data, let's first do a simple basic formatting. So I'll simply, okay, and fine. So guys, here we will first create a table of this data. So to create a table of this data, we will actually select everything by pressing Ctrl A, and then we will press Ctrl T to create the table. So to create the table, we have a shortcut, that is Ctrl T, and it is actually selected my table over here. So you need to click on this my table as headers, click OK, and just give the table name, that is, let's say this is my sales data. Okay, so as you can see, a table has been created. Now coming to this, let's see that you have quantity and then you have price. So let's create one more column to calculate the total amount paid by the customer, nothing but the revenue, which is not, which will come from multiplying quantity and price. So let's just create another column over here. So let's say this column is revenue, which is the quantity into price. So this customer has purchased 2 quantities of smartphone, and where each smartphone has a price of 373, and so this will be the revenue of this. So is equals to quantity into price, and then it has calculated the revenue for all the columns here. Okay, so we have created another new column, which is the revenue. So as you can see, one thing that I have done here is I have created one table, which is the sales data table by pressing the Control T. And now I will just create another sheet where I will write my pivot values. So basically, first of all that you were supposed to do is, so let's just take a look at the key metrics that you would like to display. The first key metrics is nothing but the total revenue, which is the sum of quantity into price column that we have actually created, which is the revenue column. So it will give you the total revenue. Okay guys, so to pivot the data, let's first go to insert, then go to pivot table, then click on from table or range. Then here, as you can see, you have to take it from the table that you just created, that is the sales data table. Now go to existing worksheet. Now choose the location where you want the pivot table to be placed, and for that you have created another new sheet. So here in this case, let's simply just click on this cell, and I will just click OK. And since I just want to display the total of my revenue column, so the revenue, I'm just dragging it down to the values, and here by default it is sum. So in this case, it is giving me the sum of revenue. So the sum of revenue is nothing but my total revenue over here. So to do that, I will simply rename it and write my total revenue. Okay. Again, you want to, now let's go to another key metrics that you would like to display, that is total orders. Now coming to the total orders. So it will just come out to be the count of orders. Again, go to our data, again go to insert, then pivot table, from table or range, sales data, existing worksheet, and choose the location that you just want to display. And let's say I just want to display it over here, and it should be the count of, it should be the count of my customer ID. Okay, so the customer ID, and since it is giving you some, let's just go click on value field settings, and from there you can simply click on count. So it will give you count of customer ID, which is nothing but order count. Okay, so instead of creating so there is, as you can see, it's a long procedure to create the pivot table again and again, since we would like to create so many pivot tables for each of this key metrics. So we will simply make use of a shortcut, that is simply copy this and simply paste it, and then you can simply change it from here. So now the third one that you would like to display is the average order value. Now the average order value will be that you can simply divide the total revenue by total orders. So what we will do is, this average order value I will calculate over here separately. So one second. So average order value, and it will be this is equals to this divided by this. Okay, so you have got the average order value over here. Now the fourth one was the average review score. So to get the average of review score, you simply drag the review score to the values column. Just delete this, okay, and just click on the value field settings, and here just choose the average. So it will give you the average of review score. Okay, so it is giving you the average review score. So that's how you just need to calculate. So that's how you can simply calculate it using pivot table. Now the next I will simply copy this and I'll simply paste it. So guys, now coming to the charts, let's create a chart of revenue over time. So guys, coming to the chart, let's create a pivot table to display the revenue over time. So to display the revenue over time, I will simply take the order date in my rows column, So as you can see, it has in the 2024 the total revenue was this, and in the 2025 the total was this, and coming the grand total is coming out to be this. Now if you simply click on this plus, you will see there are quarters. So if you don't want your quarters, you can simply remove it from here. So I just want to remove, I simply want my months. So that's how you have so that's how here you have created a pivot table to display the revenue over time. Now the next one would be revenue by category. So I will simply write it over here. This is revenue over time. Okay. Now coming to the next one. So for the next one, again, I'm just simply copying this and simply pasting it over here so that it is easy for you to display the pivot tables. Now coming to the revenue by category. So first of all, go to the category name, go to rows. So here you can see that your categories have been displayed, and in the values column it will be total revenue. So that's how you would like to mention the revenue by category. Revenue by category. The next is top products. So here you can simply show the quantity or revenue by product name. So here you can simply show the revenue by product name, and it will help you to find. So again, I'm just simply copying one of my pivot table. Okay, so revenue by product name. So product name, I'm taking it in my rows column, and here it is showing you the total revenue. So the product that is having the highest revenue would be your top performing product. So this is your revenue by product name. Now the fourth one was payment method distribution. So here we are just going to find the count of order count based on the payment methods. So let's simply again create one more pivot. Okay. Now here in this case, what you're going to do is payment method is something that you would like to display in your rows, and the order count is something that you would like to display in your column, display in your values. So as you can see here, the total order count was 1000. That is what you actually received by counting the number of customers. And here is the payment methods that they have chosen. For the bank transfer, 322 orders were chosen, the payment method that is bank transfer, and similarly for COD and credit card. So order count by payment method. Coming to the next, it is customer demographics, where you would like to mention the revenue by gender. So let's again create one more pivot table. So creating one more pivot table, simply copying it. Otherwise it's going to be a very long process. First go to insert, then go to pivot data, and then go to just table, and then choose where you want to place it, like this. So this is the easy one, right? So this is a shortcut. Now coming to this, okay, you would like to display the gender in the rows, and I think order count in the values column. So you can simply display the quantity, not sum, but simply the count of, something like this. The total revenue is something that you would like to remove, or you can also display the revenue here. So that's how it's going to come. Okay, so here I'm just going to mention order count revenue slash order count by gender. Okay, now coming to the review score distribution there. So here in this case, go to the review score that you would like to mention in the rows, and then here would be the total revenue or the quantity, count of quantity, or something like that. Also, and one more KPI is left, which is city wise revenue. So for displaying the city wise revenue by city, so here city is something that I would like to display in my rows, but I guess it's going to be too long. So let's just ignore this matrix because it would be very difficult to actually, because in this case we have so many cities, so let's just drop this key metrics. Okay, so let's keep these KPIs only for now, and let's create the chart for each of these KPIs, and then we will simply paste those charts into our dashboard. So let's create one more table to show the dashboard. And now, so these are the values that I'll display in the top of my dashboard, and these are the pivot tables for which I will create my chart. So let's first create the chart for the revenue over time. So to create the chart, simply click on my pivot table, then go to pivot table analyze. That will actually be activated only when you click on your pivot tables. As you can see, since I have selected this cell, you can see that the pivot table analyze option has not been activated. So when I'll click on my pivot table, you can see that these two options have been activated, pivot table analyze. So just click on pivot table analyze here. Okay, so if you just click on the pivot table analyze, you can just click on the pivot chart from here, and it will give you all the charts. So in this case, as you can see, we wanted a line chart. So here I'm simply clicking on the line chart, and I'll simply click on OK. So as you can see, it has created a line chart, and I can simply give the name. I will simply click on this, which is my revenue over time. I'll simply paste it over here. So here is my chart, revenue over time. Now coming to my second, which is revenue by category. Again, you create the chart by clicking on this column, then go to pivot table analyze, go to pivot chart, and here in this case I wanted a bar chart. Okay, cool. So this is my revenue by product name, revenue by product name. If you want to do some edits, you can simply click on this, and you can mention chart labels. If you want to show grid lines, you can click on this. So in this case, I don't want to show, and then yeah, something like this. Access titles, if you would like to give, you can give the access titles as well. Okay, so in this case it is obvious, so I'm not giving anything. Now Control X, and I'll just paste it. Over here. So this is my revenue by product name. Now coming to the third pivot chart, revenue by category is something that you have not created. So go to again pivot table analyze, go to pivot chart, and here you can see that the column chart is looking better here. So let's simply, if I check, column chart is something that we can go for. So this is revenue by category. So now Control X and then Control V. I can also simply increase or decrease the sizes of my charts from here. Something like this. Now coming to the order count by payment method. So this was supposed to be your, order count by payment method. This was supposed to be your pie chart here. So let's just create a pie chart. Go to your pivot table. Now go to pivot table analyze, then go to pivot chart, then go to pie chart, and you can see that this is your count of orders by payment method. Order count by payment method. This is one of your chart, and yes, okay. Now coming to the next, which is your reviews, which is your revenue by gender, or the order count by gender. So again, create a pivot chart for this. Here, go to pivot table analyze. First of all, select your pivot table, go to pivot table analyze, go to pivot chart, and again here, I think which one, you can also choose this, or you can choose your column chart, which one that you would like to display. Or you can choose your column chart as well, clustered column. Okay, Now the last one which is left is order count by reviews. Okay, and you can choose a column chart here, which is your, I'm just renaming it, order count by reviews. Control X, and it would be, one second, something like this. Okay guys, so you can choose to do formatting however you want. I am simply doing a rough formatting here. Okay, now as you can see that we have formatted, we have created all the charts here. Now I just wanted to display these 3 to 4 KPIs at the top of my metrics, and to do that I'll simply insert some of the shapes. Let's say I just want to create a rectangular shape. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then here in the left hand side I will be adding some slicers, so that let's just insert the slicers over here. So to insert the slicers, if you just click on any of the chart, you can see that this option would be activated, pivot chart analyze, and here you can see there is insert slicer. So for which column you would like to insert a slicer, let's say I want to insert a slicer for gender column, I want to insert a slicer for category column, and let's say for my months of order date, then coming to my product name. So these 4 slicers are something that I'm just thinking to add. So this will be the month wala slicer. Okay, now coming to this gender, now coming to the product name, and the last one is the category name. So guys, I'm doing a basic formatting here. I have actually left aligned all the slicers here, and these are the 4 rectangular shapes I've placed over here to display the KPIs like total revenue and all those things here. And I am simply here, you can, if you click on any chart, you'll be able to format the charts from here if you want to do a formatting. And here are the chart options. If you want the border, you can simply click on solid line, you will see that the border has been created, but in this case I just want a simple automatic. I'm simply placing it here. Okay, so yeah, my basic formatting is done. As you can see, now it looks like a dashboard, and here I have created I have added the slicers. So you can simply want to filter, you can simply filter based on whatever you want to filter. So if you want to, but first of all, make sure that your slicers are connected. So if you just click on the slicer and just right click on it, and you can see the report connection. So here you can see there are so many tables, and click on and select all the tables here, whatever the pivot tables beforehand you have created, so it should be connected to all. Similarly do for all the remaining slices as well. So go to report connections and select all here, so that it will be connected, and based on that your chart will change. So I have made the connection, and then I just want to display the total revenue. So I'll just insert a text box, home, insert a text box here, and here I will display the total revenue. The second is order count, average order value, and average reviews. Now average order value font size 18. In this case, we'll have to keep 16, 14. And the last one was average review score. So simply okay. So yeah, as you can see now experimenting with the slicers. If I simply click on mail, you can see that it has filtered out only for the mail, the revenue thing. And I guess the show data labels as well, it has also filtered out the order count by payment. So all the mails who have done for it has filtered out for the mails only. And similarly, let me show the data labels in this case as well. Simply turning on the data labels. Okay, so yeah, if I just remove this filter, for the male and for the female, it is showing. For, as you can see, the order count is 304, 322 and 374 by the payment method. And this, so if I simply click on this slicer and if I just choose on the gender for male, as you can see that now you can see that the dashboard is just changing. Click on the February month, then yeah, it is only giving you for the February month. If you click on June month, it will give you only for the June month. So that's how, if you want to select for any product category, it is giving you only for the fashion. So that's how you can see that your this has become interactive. The dashboard is interactive here. So that's how you can create the dashboard in Excel. Now let's understand how to use ChatGPT to create a dashboard like this. So guys, making use of these slicers, you can easily do your data analysis faster and in a more easier manner. So this is the dashboard that we just created without using AI tools or ChatGPT. Now let's move on to another method where we will create the dashboard like this only, and but it will not take this amount of time, taking hours to just separately create the pivot tables and separately create the charts and then just adjusting everything, formatting everything. It actually takes a lot of time. It consumes a lot of time if you do it manually. But if you give some well formatted prompts to ChatGPT, it will do your work very faster and very easier. So let's move on to that next method. To create another interactive dashboard using ChatGPT. So guys, now coming to the part 2 of the video, which is like building a sales analysis dashboard using ChatGPT. Let's follow the step-by-step guide. So our first step would be to download the data in the CSV format. So once we download the data into the CSV format, the second step would be to convert that CSV into JSON format. Then once you convert the CSV into JSON format, your next step would be to write the prompt such that you will receive an HTML file with the embedded JavaScript and an upload input. So once a user uploads a local JSON file into that, the dashboard updates dynamically with the KPIs that you would like to mention. So basically, we will give the prompt to the ChatGPT and then we will just receive this HTML file or the code. And lastly, we just need to download the code. And as I said, you just need to upload the local JSON file into that HTML. input that the file has. So it will automatically generate the dashboard that we are looking for. Now let's just experiment this on our data. So guys, coming to the first step, as we discussed, we need to download it in the CSV format. So go to file, then go to export here and go to change file type, and here you can see that CSV. Just download it in this format, and I'll simply do it in my download section. Okay, and underscore CSV. Okay, so I have downloaded it in my CSV format. The next step was to convert the CSV format into JSON format. So guys, we have some online converters. That is, just click on CSV to JSON converter, and if you just click on the first side, you just see here CSV to JSON. Just click on this, and here just choose file, and this is the one that we recently downloaded, and I'll just simply select this, and I'll simply ask him to convert. So as you can see, it has converted it. Now you just click on download this, and you will be able to see that your file has been downloaded. Now what you have to do is just copy the sample, a sample of data here. So just copy a sum of the rows and columns. So I'm just copying the sample data from here. After simply copying the data, I will simply go to ChatGPT, and here what you have to do, here just paste the sample data that you just copied, and then simply copy the prompt number 2 from the description box of the video and simply paste that prompt here. So here is the prompt that I would like to give. So this is the structure of my sales data in JSON format. Understand the structure and suggest 5 key metrics that would be the best fit to create an interactive sales dashboard. Also explain why we should use each one. So here, whatever the metrics, if you have in your mind, you can simply write it over here. If you don't have in your mind, you can simply ask it. So guys, as we already filtered some of the metrics, so our metrics were revenue by product names, revenue by gender, order count by payment method, total revenue, then so here I have written all the essential metrics that I wanted that I want in my dashboard here. So now I will simply see what it gives me. So it has given me each of the metrics in detail, what kind of visualization we want. If you want to change the visualization type, or if you want to change the some of the KPIs cards, some of the KPIs over here, or then you can simply give a prompt to ChatGPT that just change this or include this or remove this, something like this. Now after giving this, now we will be giving the next prompt to ChatGPT, which is the prompt number 3 that you will be copying from the description box and just paste it over here. So this is the prompt that you would like to paste. So now I want you to create an interactive sales performance dashboard with the above key visualizations, or with the above key performance metrics using HTML and JavaScript. Use the latest version, include an upload feature so that we can upload the JSON file. It should generate the dashboard based on the uploaded data. And note that I need to upload the sales data from my local computer, and it should create the dashboard based on the data. So if I simply enter this, you will be able to see that it will give you the HTML plus JavaScript code. Now let it write the code. So now the next prompt that you have to give is simply copy the prompt number 4 from the description, which is provide this as an HTML downloadable file. So what it will give you is, it will give you a downloadable file that you can simply download it in your computer. So now you can see here it has given you the downloaded file. Simply open it and download the file. So as you can see that this file has been downloaded. Now go to your downloads folder. As you can see that it has given you the downloaded file. Simply click on this file, and here you can see that it has the option to upload a file. So simply upload your JSON file that you recently downloaded. So if you just click on this, you can see that you have got the excellent dashboard here. So this is what we were actually trying to create. So as you can see, the ChatGPT has created this dashboard in 3 to 4 clicks. So that's the power of ChatGPT, and that's how you can use AI to create the dashboards like this. So mostly they are correct. As you can see, if you just click on this, it is 304, 322, 374. So it is giving you the same figures that the dashboard we manually created was giving. If I this for here, it is, I guess Yoga Mat was the topmost product, or I guess this one 38.31 smartphone. So guys, you can also verify it and it is giving you mostly the correct results only. So that's how we can implement ChatGPT and AI tools to create the dashboards like this. So this is one of the most easiest approach you can follow to just go on building basic level dashboards. In the future videos we will soon on creating dashboards using Power BI or Tableau as well. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope this video is helpful to you. Let's meet in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring. Thank you.